Hello, dear Gemini. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. This is your mid-month of October till mid-month of November 2019. This is a horoscope spread that I've promised you on my last uploads. So it's going to be in two parts. The second part, the extended part, will be up for purchase on my website. So I'm doing 12 cards, one card for each house. So we're looking at different areas of your life. And I'm really excited about these readings as they will give you clarity into what is happening in which part of your life. So dear Gemini, let's take your cards. I will explain as I go through. Gemini, mid-October till mid-November 2019. So house number 1 is the house of self. It's the house of how people see you, because the first house has got the rising sign cusp, so that is how you are seen in the world. So it's all about you. It's the house of you. So we've got the 8 of Cups here. So you are on a journey. Where are you going to? Let's look at house number 2. Now this is the house of Aries, the house of Taurus, which is the house of values, the house of comforts, the house of belongings. And we've got Leo and Strength here. So Strength is a major arcana card. Of course, it's strong, it's spirit. Now, in relation to your values and your physical body, as well as the 5 senses, this card here is asking for you to have patience. You are this master taming this wild beast. Now, the wild beast logically is our unconscious. So what it's saying is that take charge. You are the one in charge. Okay, now I know that Uranus is in Taurus. So Taurus, as I said, it's ruled by Venus. And Venus is our values, it's money. And it's also, could be projects, anything like that. Anything that we love. The house of Taurus is the feel-good house. So some of you may have strong Leo in your chart. Therefore, you are showing up as trying to be patient where your values are concerned. Trying to be patient and be courageous where even, money coming in is concerned, because the second house of Taurus is also the money house. It's a money house, okay? So you may also be dealing with another Leo. We've got now the house of Gemini, which is your house. We've got Temperance here. And the house of Gemini is all about communication. It's business, commerce, collaboration, working within a small group. This is another card of patience. And patience because the angels are working on your behalf. Now this is the energy of Sagittarius, another major arcana. This is the house opposite to Gemini, Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius speaks with foreigners, foreign places, people from different cultures, yes? And the house of Gemini, the third house, has got to do with people that are close to you, your siblings, your neighbors, as I said, collaborating on a small group. But mainly it's the house of communication, oral, written, spoken, yep. It's also the house of publication, yeah, publishing. And it's also the house of primary education. So having the Temperance card here, and this is a card of healing. Again, it's a card of patience. You may be communicating with someone that is from a different culture, foreign place, different country. Yes? And the angels are asking for you to be patient because something is being worked out on your behalf. Let's look at the 4th house of Cancer. And this is your home, your security, your stability, your family, your parents, your heritage. Okay, it's the house of security, as I said. Now, having the 6 of Pentacles here, this is the energy of Libra. And Libra is other people, of course. This card speaks of generosity. It could speak of legal issues. maybe there is a balance. For some of you, there is an imbalance where home is in relation to home. And Six of Pentacles can speak again of generosity or even just paying out money, giving money to the home. Some of you are investing in a home. Sixes are a number of balance for me. And we do have Pentacles here, so it could be, you know, Pentacles are any earth sign, but this card does remind me of Libra. So the scales here speak of equilibrium, giving and receiving equally. Some of you may be paying out money for a home, towards a family, and others of you may be receiving help from a family member, from a parent. Let's look at the house of Leo, which is the 5th house, and we've got the 3 of Cups. So the 5th house of Leo is all about fun times, risk-taking. It's the heart. It's romance, true love, children. It's also the house of creativity. For those of you that have created something, it's, you know, there is a celebration here, of course. Some of you may be celebrating love, new love. You could be meeting someone whilst going out and having drinks. Okay, you may be at some sort of a gathering where siblings or friends or workmates are concerned, and you may be meeting someone there. Okay, so the 3 of Cups can also be a card of gossip or communication. For me, it's through siblings. Okay, so let's look at your daily routine, the 6th house of Virgo, and we've got the Ace of Cups. So in your daily routine, maybe even through work, Virgo, the house of Virgo is also pets, it's health, and, you know, the aces are always a potential. So Ace of Cups is being handed to you. Something in your daily routine is going to make you very happy. This is like a beginning, and this is very spiritual as well. For some of you, I feel with the cups here, you do have a few cups. So in relation to love, there is some sort of a celebration. You may be falling in love with someone through work. Yes. Through work or through what you do every day. You may be, you know, communicating your feelings, your emotions, or someone is handing you a cup. They're offering you their love. Could even be from a workmate, someone at work. Let's look at the house of Libra, which is the partnership house. Other people. Wow, Gemini. You've got the 2 of Cups, which is the soulmate card. 2 of Cups is collaboration. It's romance. It's love. It's a deep connection. A very soulful connection here. 2 people seeing eye to eye on everything. And Libra is all about balance. This is a number 2. There is balance. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, because you have, as in your first house, you have the 8 of Cups, which is something that you've invested in a long time, and you've left it, and you're on the way to another path. You're changing paths. Okay, so you couldn't get the 10 of Cups here. You could not find bliss. There was something missing. And in your partnership house, there is the 2 of Cups that you have been looking for. So this is beautiful. Let's look at the house of Scorpio. And this could even be an agreement with anyone in any sort of a relationship, even with family. Okay, there's 2 people that are on the same page, as I said. They agree on a lot of things. So they're made from the same material, if you get what I mean. Let's look at the house of Scorpio, which is the 8th house. Wow. This is your card, Gemini. This is a very karmic, very divinely planned union. 2 of Cups and the Lovers in your partnership houses. This is the marriage house, and this is the commitment, like, you know, after marriage, after the promise of marriage, you move in together. Okay, and there is a transformative energy here. We've got Adam and Eve here. We've got a couple, and they're naked. This is the card of intimacy as well, the house, I should say, of intimacy. And the angels are blessing this union. So this is deep, profound connection and sharing on all levels, because the 8th house is the house of sharing our belongings, what we have. This is our partners, money coming from external sources, right? A very deep, profound connection here. And this, Gemini is Mercury ruled. So is Virgo. Mercury will be turning, which is your ruling planet, will be turning retrograde on Halloween. So for some of you, this could be someone coming back that you've been dealing with in the past or in a past lifetime. Let's look at the house of Sagittarius, which is the 9th house, and we've got the Emperor here. So the 9th house is all about, it's the truth. It's a very spiritual house. It's the house of beliefs. It's the house of religion. Now, the Emperor can be another Aries or Taurus, can be quite Saturnian. The Emperor can be very good to have him on your side, but if you are up against the energy, even if this is not a person and it's just the energies that I'm reading here, this is like Saturn is asking for you to pay your dues. So, the 9th house is also foreign places and people. It's people at a distance, and it's also having a vision of the future, I should say a vision of the world, seeing the world through philosophical eyes. And I see with the Emperor here that you have gone through some sort of maturation. Now, if this is not your energy and you are dealing with someone that is Emperor-like, this is obviously someone who is a father, someone who's been through their own lessons. He's the Emperor, so he's the boss. Okay, now this is the house of the teacher as well, whereas the house of Gemini is the house of the student. Okay, so because it's the house of teachings, some of you are still going through those Saturnian lessons. Let's look at the 10th house, which is the house of Capricorn, and those rules and regulations and the law. Okay, even the 9th house is the house of law as well. So let's look at the 10th house, your career as well as your status, how you are seen in the world, right? These are your highest ideals, your goals. Now we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is stopped in his tracks. This is someone who is looking towards the future, but not moving because he wants to be certain of where he's heading. Okay, now this is the energy of Virgo, and Virgo is looking at those details. Now the Knight of Pentacles is very certain of his path forward. He's very grounded. Some of you are being very grounded at this time. Okay, so it's not having your heads up in the cloud. It's looking seriously at your career. Okay. So I believe the way you are just looking at the Emperor here, I believe that some of you are feeling that you are dealing with a very Saturnian energy where it comes to career. And there is some sort of stoppage here, some sort of a halt. And I will take another card on that because I want to see more about your career and your status. And we've got the 10 of Swords. So this is the end of suffering, the end of a burden, the darkest before the dawn. So I think that some of you are you're seriously looking at the future. I feel that there is some sort of an ending where either your status changes, so are you in a committed partnership? This could be the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new cycle, or this could be the end of a certain job, a career path. But, this is as hard as it gets. It doesn't get any harder than this because this turns into the Ace of Swords, and that's all about new beginnings. It's a potential for cutting away that dead skin. Now, if we look at the house of Capricorn, we've got Pluto, Saturn, and the South Node there. So this is very karmic. Whatever you are ending at this time, Pluto is getting rid of it. It's shedding the skin, which is good. Now, with the Virgo energy, you're looking at the details. Virgo is all about our daily routine. And why I say Virgo, because the Knight of Pentacles speaks of Virgo to me. So this is looking at those details, tying up those loose ends before the ending, because there is some sort of a completion here. Some of you may feel in a position at work, you may feel that you may have been backstabbed, you've been taken for a ride, okay? Others of you may just have really bad back pain because of too much work, because of a heavy burden. Now, it's mainly the thoughts. The swords are all about our thoughts, our intellect. Maybe it's just too much for you to handle at this time. The difficulties are psychological, dear Gemini, and you are a very psychological sign. You're all about your thoughts. So maybe you're ending a cycle of feeling as though you are the victim for some of you. Let's look at your 11th house, which is the house of earned income. It's the house of friendships. It's the house of wishes and dreams. And it's also the house of groups and associations. And the house of Aquarius is also the future. So Seven of Swords can speak of stealth. It can speak of sneakiness. Be careful of the friends, the people that you think are your friends. They may be trying to get away with something. Okay. Now, the house of Aquarius says that there is some sort of a detaching from a group situation. Now, also, the Seven of Swords in the house of wishes and dreams, because it's a card of intelligence for me, and I hold Gemini as being very intelligent, I feel that some of you are you're going for your wishes and you're not letting anyone know. I think that you're going for what you desire, what you want to do, and you're looking towards the future, but you're not telling people about it, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Yes, it's a card of intelligence. Don't forget that Aquarius is very future thinking. They're ingenious where their thoughts are concerned. Their perception is very high. It's like 2020, right? Let's look at, and I think that you're pulling something off here where your income is concerned. The end of the cycle is here. You're being intelligent and you're doing something very intelligent about your earned income through business. Let's look at the 12th house of Pisces and what's hidden. Wow. What you can't see is that you're going to get to a point where you're going to have to make some sort of a decision. Now, could you be dealing with someone who's got air in their chart, someone around you that has got strong air in their chart? But I feel that for most of you, this is your energy. You're going to have to make the decision. So you're trying to find your balance here. Okay, and this is like trying to make a decision without having all the information. Now, the 12th house of Pisces is all about endings. It's all about things that are hidden. Obviously, you've got the blindfold here. It's also the house of the unconscious, right? So we're not conscious about things in the house of Pisces. Pisces is also spiritual. It's very unconditional where love is concerned. And it is the house of distance. Again, people at a distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another card. I'm going to take two cards, and I want to take one on the Seven of Swords and one on the Two of Swords. So just a bit more clarity. What's this Seven of Swords, dear Spirit? And we've got the Queen of Cups. So again, some of you with the Queen of Cups could be dealing with another water sign, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, okay? And whatever you are finding out that maybe was hidden from you, it's going to put you in a very emotional state. Now, this could be an emotional happiness, or it could be even tears. I'm not going to lie. With the Queen of Cups, she's very intuitive, so if you feel as though someone is being underhanded and sneaky, then you need to trust that intuition. Let's take the Two of Swords. What's this decision all about? And don't forget, as I said, it's a cycle ending with the House of Pisces. And we've got the Seven of Cups again. Piscean energy, things being up in the air. You've got choices. But what I feel with this card here is that once Mercury moves into retrograde, and that will be all of November, I think that the clarity will come, because the House of Pisces is very mystical. It's all full of haziness. So having choices, and this is a 7 which is spiritual, having choices is better than not. So you're being given many choices, dear Gemini, many choices. And I think that you, again, need to dig deep, trust in that intuition of yours. Let's take a general energy card for you. So what is the general energy for Gemini at this time? You know, the House of Pisces is an ending, whilst the House of Aries is a beginning. So for some of you, because of lack of clarity, too much confusion, having to make a decision, blind decision, and who wants to, you know, not everyone is ready to take a risk. You could be, because we've got the 7 of Cups and then the 8 of Cups. So with the new beginning, because as I said, this is an ending, with a new beginning, it looks like you're growing spiritually. Some of you are on a spiritual path. You're on your way to a new beginning, something that is going to bring you much more happiness, much more emotional balance. Let's take one card for Gemini. What's the general energy? And we've got the Ace of Swords, which is beautiful. So this is like, obviously, it's aces are always potentials. So this is the hand of the divine, giving you clarity, giving you a new beginning, a successful new beginning. This is a card of victory, you know. And this is cutting through the crap. Whatever you have been deceived with, or someone's tried to get away, someone's tried to pull the wool over your eyes, you're on your way. And as I said, that 10 of Swords does turn into the Ace. So I'm really happy to see that, dear Gemini. Okay. I've already mentioned all the signs, yes. As I said, the air sign could be the one that's been deceitful towards you. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, if you've been deceived. We've also got Saturnian energy here, which is Taurian, Taurus, and Aries. Now we do have Uranus in Taurus. Speaking of Taurus, we've got Uranus there, and Uranus is that epiphany. It's the rebellion. Okay, I feel that with the Ace of Swords, your clarity will come in. We're talking now mid-month of October till mid-November. So during that Mercury retrograde, it's a time of seeing the truth, whatever's been hidden. And Venus is just ready to move into Scorpio. And that will be secrets revealed where love is concerned, money is concerned, you know, your partner's money. Venus moving into Scorpio says that a very passionate time is coming, a very penetrating time, if you get what I mean. Okay, dear Gemini, for those of you that are interested in what else is going on, I'm going to extend this reading on my website, so I will put the link in the description box below. Otherwise, my website is www.divine, D-I-V-I-N-E, debut 11.com. My website is also in the description box below. Please go to the extended readings tab and you can purchase the rest of this reading there. All right, thank you so much for your support. For the others, for those of you that will watch the rest of the video, I will see you on the other end. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.